Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Capricorn reading today for September 17th to 20th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. It costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build this channel, and I appreciate it so much. And I'd like to give a shout out to all my viewers, all the new viewers, all the returning viewers, and all the subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that. All right, for Capricorn. I'm going to cut the deck. Calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages, please, for Capricorn? What's happening with Capricorn? What's going on with Capricorn? Okay, there's some cards fell. All right, Capricorn. Bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have Major Arcana. We have the Lust card. Okay. Passions and desires you'd like fulfilled. All right, Capricorn. All right. You want some excitement in your life. You have some desires you'd like fulfilled. Okay, you get a high vibration card. You're on fire. Thinking about somebody or something you want to do. All right, Capricorn. And you're very excited about it and passionate about it. All right, and it turns you on. Turns your crank, Capricorn. Oh, you got some nice cards. Present situation, Capricorn. We have Jupiter and Capricorn. To a dischange. All right, so what goes around comes around. This is the infinity symbol, right? The only thing constant in life is change. It's always changing. So perhaps you've got some passions. I dropped it. Passions and desires you want fulfilled. So maybe they're not being fulfilled and you want some change, Capricorn. You'd like them to be fulfilled. Okay, so maybe you're looking for a new situation in love. Maybe you're looking for a new situation at work. Okay, or just in general life, your living situation. You're looking for some changes. Okay, so you want to do something different, approach things differently. So, take a different route to work. Go to a different cafe, start putting some different thoughts in your mind, thinking differently, all right? And then things will change. Maybe you're not getting your passions and desires fulfilled. And you want that to change. So start changing your routine up. Start changing your routine up, Capricorn. Just do something different every day. Go to a different part of the park or something like that. Nothing serious. All right, Capricorn. Your challenge is Jupiter and Taurus, 7 of disc failure. All right, Capricorn, this is the times that things did not work out, okay? And perhaps you're scared to change because, you've had failures in your life. We've all had failures, and the failures teach you. They teach you how not to do it, and, when you get the success, you enjoy it so much more. So maybe the failures is what you're thinking about, so you're a little hesitant maybe to make some changes, okay? Because that's holding you back. That's your challenge, right? So you just got to get by those failures. They were there for a reason, to teach you, right? And they're holding you back from doing something different, which is what you want to do because it's just got too boring. And you want your passions and desires fulfilled, and you don't want this anymore. You don't want that holding you back anymore either. So kind of just put that on the side there. All right, Capricorn. Your below position, you have Sun in Capricorn for a dispower. Okay, Capricorn. So this is a castle with the moat and the cultivated fields. And so now you're getting a little bit of power in your life, okay? And it's stability, working from a solid place, okay? But sometimes being in that castle all the time and stable and there's no excitement, right? Sometimes that gets a little boring, maybe. Maybe that gets a little boring and you want a little change because you're just like stuck in the castle. It's secure and everything, but, it's like being in the bird cage. right? You get your food and your water and you're safe, but it's not too exciting. You're not getting your passions and desires fulfilled. You know, you're safe in that castle, right? But it's not exciting, Capricorn. So maybe you want to, you know, do something different, do a different route or something, because you're just getting a little bored in there, getting a little bored in that safe castle. You got to get yourself out of that, okay? You know, you got the power and security, but, you know, sometimes you want to take a little risk or something like that, get some excitement going. All right, Capricorn, in your past position, which could be yesterday, you got the most beautiful card in the deck. You have the Sun card, Major Arcana. All right, so yeah, definitely do something different, Capricorn, because it's not exciting sitting in there. Safe, but it's not exciting. So this card here is Truth, Illumination, opening up of the third eye. You're starting to see the truth about everything now. All right, so maybe you're starting to see that truth, that, you know, you need something, you get a little risk, take a couple of risks or something. And you're seeing the truth about everything. This is a high vibration card. You see all the rays coming off that sun, and that's the sun's rays, but it's a high vibration too. And this is good luck and good fortune, a big win, triumph, health after illness. It's everything. Absolute bliss. So, you know, you just get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone, Capricorn. Take a little bit of a risk, and then you end up in the sun. And you see the truth about everything. Because you're hot and fiery. You want your passions and desires fulfilled, Capricorn. Right? And that you want to get to this sun. And that could have been just yesterday. So it's time just to do something different. Something different. All right, Capricorn. Your future position is Sun in Aries. Sun in Aries, Three of Wands, virtue. Okay, so this is a new beginning. This is the card of new beginning. This Three of Wands. You can see that sun behind those wands there. It's a spring-like energy. It's the start of something new. Maybe you get some ideas, a change, you know. You're going to change things up. Want to do something different. And now you got an idea. Maybe it's a new work project or a side hustle or something like that. Okay, could be love. But you're going to start something new. Because you have to. You have to change. Get out of there so you get some excitement going. All right, Capricorn. In your near future, you have the Magus, otherwise known as the Magician. Number 1 in the Major Arcana. All right, so there. Now you're acting with the Magus's energy. He's the Magician, okay? And he's a conjurer. He can create anything he wants in his life. Highly intelligent, artistic, skilled. Very skilled, all right? And he can make anything happen. And he's a broadcaster of information that people need to hear, a speaker, all right? So you got some powerful cards. This Sun card and this Magus, that's some powerful energy coming in for you now, Capricorn, all right? Get yourself out of that boring place. And then you get to this. All right, so now you got the, you know, acting like the Magus, and you create new situations in your life. You create it, right? By your vibration, by your mind and your intentions. Set your intentions, right? All right, Capricorn, whatever it is you're going after, you set the intention and you go after it, just like this Magus. Use his energy. Powerful, okay. Highly skilled, can get anything done, got all the tools in the toolbox. You have everything you need to change things up in your life. All right, Capricorn. In your mind, how you're thinking. We have Mercury and Sagittarius, 8 of Wands, swiftness. Okay, so things are moving fast. The flames now have become electrical bolts here. So things are going along rapidly. Everything's going to change very quick. Okay, you're getting out of that castle and you're on the fast track now, Capricorn. And your mind's sharp and it's accurate and it's thinking very fast. And that's good. And that's good. And you'll be able to get those ideas across and conjure up some new situations in your life. All right, Capricorn. In your environment, we have Major Arcana. We have the High Priestess. Okay, so you know what's going on in your environment. She's got the high intuition. She has that all-knowing, right? She has grace and purity, and she knows what's going on. You can see the rays, kind of the vibrations coming off her head. She senses what's going on. She knows what's going on before it even happens, right? So that's in your environment, Capricorn. So you know you got to get out of that castle and get some excitement going, and nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. You see the truth, right? The Sun card, truth, illumination, opening up of the third eye. Well, that's this high intuition, okay? And she's also the mate of the Magus. Wow, this is turning out to be a pretty powerful reading now, Capricorn. Okay, look at the cards you have. You know, coming from a little boredom, you want your passions and desires fulfilled. And then you were stuck in that castle, bored. And now look. Wow, just like blasting right off to excitement here. You've got your passions and desires, the Sun card, absolute bliss. You've got the number one couple, Magus and the High Priestess. So I think this has already turned out beautiful, this reading, Capricorn. You just change, do something different, right? Your routine, go somewhere different. All this is waiting for you, Capricorn. Wow, what a couple you've got there. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, Capricorn, your hopes and fears. You have Mars in Capricorn. A lot of Capricorn energy coming up here. 3 of Discs work. Okay, well, this is not your 9 to 5 work, right? This is, you know, something that you're passionate about. A talent that you have, like writing or being an artist or a musician or something like that you make into your side hustle or you make it into your full-time job. And it's something you want to do every day. You're passionate about. You're super passionate about it. You know, maybe you're a musician. You want to make music, write your own music and all that. Artist, writer, photographer, landscaper, something that makes beautiful things. And then collaborating with like-minded people. Collaborating with like-minded people, like this couple's like-minded people. All right? This couple has high intuition. They communicate by telepathy and things like that. They know what the other one's thinking. They know they can just do, you know, the mental telepathy. Okay? And that's collaborating with like-minded people, highly skilled people. Okay? They think on a high vibration. So this is even getting better. Okay, Capricorn, what a reading. This is turning out to be a fantastic reading. Wow. So get yourself out of that castle. Get the side hustle going, whatever this would be for you. All right? And get your life going and get interesting. And it is interesting. This is turning out fantastic. The final card and the outcome of this reading, Capricorn. We have another major arcana. We have the Star card. Wow, wishes being fulfilled. You had passions and desires you want fulfilled, and now you start with this card and you end up with this card. And all those beautiful cards in between. Wow, Capricorn, keep your eye on that one star in sight. All right, so this is wishes being fulfilled. And this is about love, and this is about self-love, and you got to love yourself first. Right? And you can see she's pouring that cup of love all over herself, taking care of herself. That means eating right and exercising, I know. But going to the spa and getting a massage and taking care of your body and spoiling yourself and eating good food. All right? And you're shining, you're glowing, you're beaming. Look at the couple that came up here. The number one couple. And you're the star. And people are looking at you now. What happened to the person that was stuck in the castle all the time and bored? Oh, they saw the sun, man. The sun came out. And now you're the star and everybody's looking at you. You're glowing and shining and beaming. And I wonder what's going on with you. Well, you made some changes in your life. And then they snowballed and they became this great, big, beautiful life. Wow, Capricorn, this is beautiful. You end up being the star. All right, Capricorn, that was a fantastic reading. I'd like to conclude with one animal spirit card, please. Wow. One animal spirit card for Capricorn. Okay, that one jumped out. Porcupine spirit. Time for beginner's mind. Oh, I love this one, okay? I love this one. This is like, forget all the narratives in your life. Okay, you were sitting in the castle there, safe and protected, but bored. So you want to get a beginner's mind. Like, forget all the narratives, all the stories, all the play, all the parts in the play of your life that you played all your life. For your mother and you were a wife or all that. Go back to being when you were born and you knew nothing. Go back to beginner's mind. And then you look at the world with the new curiosity. Okay? And then all these magical things happen for you. Okay? You just forget the stories. All right. All right, Capricorn. This was an incredible reading. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And I'll catch you next time.